Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright. We are gonna finish this stupid mission or the stupid case if it kills me. We'll be picking up where we left off. We're supposed to be talking to Larry. I looked up the guide, and it says we're supposed to be talking to Larry. He's supposed to tell us something, and then we talk to Lotta, but maybe it's glitched. So I'm gonna give it a try again. We definitely have missed something though. Okay. Okay. Let's move back here to the... Move this up slightly here. Oh, these birds again. No, I can't do it. Okay, this. So, I mean, I didn't think it mattered which one you said, but, hmm. Okay. Says present the air tank to Larry. He asked about it. Answer, is it yours? Tell us. Tell us. Fine. Whatever. I know that I clicked on that the last time. I don't know how I missed that. I really don't. Whatever, it's like what I said, the compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that. And then blam! The valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And that tank there took off like a rocket. And it took my poor deflated steel samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? Sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. So the tank and the steel samurai you were trying to fill flew up. What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. The 20th? A week ago. Now, as far as could see, the tank was flying out into the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Keontae gave me that still samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. It flew way out there. Took me 4 whole days to find it. The night before last was the night of the murder. So sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder, but you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. It's not all that bad. We solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Alright, let's go. Thank goodness. I'm so happy to be out of here. Well, I've got the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gord. Lotta, there's no such thing as Gordy. What? How can you be so sure? Really, Nick? Y'all got some proof Gordy doesn't exist? The proof that Gordy doesn't exist is here. Of course I have proof. No lawyer worth his badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Here's the proof that Gordy doesn't exist. Larry's air tank. What are y'all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot who happens to be a friend of mine tried to fill it. He used the air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently, it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. A bang? A tank along with the still... The tank along with the still deflated samurai fell into the lake at the same time. A couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the still samurai? Well, that's a fine way to ruin a girl's dream. I'm sorry, Lotta. Nah, it's okay. You win. I'll give you your info, like I promised. Poor Lotta. So tell us the information you have. A promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path there. Boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on. Something else? Yeah, the night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know. Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all, just the lake. I figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might be helpful after all, but here, take it. Bye now. Y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. Good. Poor Lotta. It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all you who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. Thank goodness, a lot of wasting my time. Hey Nick, this is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's check it out anyway. Okay. Okay. Already checked everything that can be checked out. Okay, so let's... Oh, that's new. Meg? That you? Eh! Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Nick, you handle this. I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg? Yes? Finally, made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone. Pasta? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You make your old man so proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running, an old man like me? Polly, the kids are home. Hello, hello, Squawk. Nick, what was that? A parrot. The one on that perch. Keith. Yes, I leave the West Noodle in your capable hand, Sonny. Nick, what's the Wet Noodle? And based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello. Hello. Squawk. Yep. He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. A pasta shop. Yep. To think the Wet Noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, so you know. So that makes you the third generation. Meg. Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. Dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes? You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler, the West. Isn't pasta from Italy? Meg. Yes? You know the best pasta always made the west of the Rockies, don't you? Right, of course, everybody knows that. Nick, huh? How long do we have to keep this all in the family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out about this. That's a lawyer badge. Yes, it is. I don't believe it. Old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. I get it. Huh? Yep. I got you figured out now. You're not Keith. Nick, now's our chance to clear things up. Sir? No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on the lake the other night. Please help us. Huh. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister. Alright, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle. We can't promise that. I can't make that promise. Is that any way to treat your old man? Bah, you want my help, you've come to the wrong man. Now he's grumpy. Not to mention he still thinks we're his kids. Okay, we promise. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this cave solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say? You too, Meg. Yes. Hey, you bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. Now, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello, hello. Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? Hey, yep, I've seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith. Yes? It's okay. You can call me Dad. Dad? You know something about this? Yep. The other night. Out on the lake. Yes? Yes? I know all about that. I've seen it. What? Tell us. Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all. I forgot the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. Yep. Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang! A little while later, the boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yep. What did he say? Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise. We needed to know earlier than that. You know what? I never looked at this picture. Hold on. Oh, I can't look at it, I guess. You know about Gordy? Nope. Alright. Well. Wow, what an amazing parrot this is. Good morning. Hello? It's ignoring me. What? You forgot Meg? You gotta call her first. You gotta call her first name. Her name? Polly. How you been? Hello. Hello. See? Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. Too bad all she'd say is hello. Here, old Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words. Polly. Polly. What's your name? Polly. What? Look, Nick, he's an electric man. Let's swarm. That's a great idea. We should do that in the office. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. Well, there's a lot of various fish at Gourd Lake, aren't there? Something funny, Nick? All these fish are saltwater fish. Of course. What's the point of going fishing in your own backyard? Deep sea fishing is the best. Mighty tasty, too. This fishing pole looks expensive. Fishing's all about having the right equipment. How about you supposed to catch a 2-cent rod? That's what I like to ask Detective Gumshoe. Okay. Looks like you're catching it pretty clean. Funny, he doesn't look like the type that would do these things. You're forgetting Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. That's right, Keith. I'm confused. Polly. And my memory has gotten worse as of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 12218 swap. Alright. Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya? Hehehe. See, Nick, all it takes is a little clever thinking and a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write the number down. Hey, don't go get me involved in your little heist schemes. You know what? Little Terry was just here. Terry? Yeah, that kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat. Got himself some whiskers growing out of his face. He must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful out of this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh, wait, I had one more question, huh? Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6, Squawk. Huh? What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6, Squawk. What? The DL6 incident? Hey, Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would that bird Polly know about the DL6? We had to figure out who that old man is. Oh. What? He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? Think we need to do a little research. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. Long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong? What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something, yeah? You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh, yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh? How'd you know? That was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who the old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an old bird. An odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edward's father died. I can't help but think that it was something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about the DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbid us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. What's that? A parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about the incident. That incident? DL6. What? Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk. Don't forget DL6. Squawk. Huh? I'm pretty sure the old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to the DL6? Nick, you think he might be? I get you. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. There is the station record room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Alright. Way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. Wow, it's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find the DL6 stuff and quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred because of DL6. Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll get the right file. Okay. The case summary. Well, first, I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary, right? Summary. Found it. Here you go. December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So it's 2 days. The case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. Sorry if I'm yelling. I can't tell if I'm yelling or not. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? That would be scary, like that in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edwards' father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edwards was the one on the other was one of the other passengers in the elevator. Okay, victim data. Do you have data on the victim, Edward's father? Yes, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he was in the elevator with his father. Okay, was that unclear? From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could have not been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh. Sounds just like the current case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there? Huh? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on. This is it. The man arrested as suspect in the DL9 was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the third person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent? Thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond? Hammond? The victim in our case. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived. So much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to? I wonder. He may be closer than we think. Interesting. I guess I know generally what happened in the DL6 now. I still don't know the sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick. Alright, going to take the whole file? There's too much, we'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. To be continued. Yes, I would like to save. Yes. 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 Thank you. Yes. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyways? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, an opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningless pause before... Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order, order. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement? Bah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. Is that the mayor's boat owner? Witness, state your profession. Huh? The proprietor at the restaurant. The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. Also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bleh! I had predicted this trial would end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. I'm not really sure, yep. What do you mean? My, memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony. Shall we, witness? The night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant, where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Huh, very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There's nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, oops, I did not see what that said. Judge, your verdict now. Yes. Mr. Wright. Cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Well, well, you may begin. Rah! Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well, then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. The night of the murder. He said he didn't remember what time. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were really vague about the time. I'm surprised you seemed so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Oh, my nose is like... Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly. I did, yep. See, continue. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Where did the bang seem to come from? Oh my god! From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there were 2 men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly? Yep. At the time. That is. At the time. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, I'm by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of the little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. It's a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tis, tis, tis. You're saying I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Dad. Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him. That Edgeworth boy. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into a cross-examination so he could set me up for a fall. Hehehe, tis tis tis. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edward's right hand found on the gun and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. This is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. What? You're ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in the witness's testimony is true. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his words is all we have. If he were telling a lie, Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells us all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even the basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tis, tis, tis. 3 minutes was perhaps too high of an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. Huh. This court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth. What? Really? The accused will... I did something wrong? Wait! Ah! Who said that just now? Me! Huh? What? Larry! What are you doing here? Listen. You gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has already been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yes, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anywho, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order. Order. Well, this is the first time something like this has happened in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us final chance at this. She's right. If it wasn't Larry. He can make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, is there another witness? If there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear the new witness. Court is adjourned. Okay, let's go. Phew! That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. Huh? I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. All right. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Hmm? Huh, Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right? Yeah. This might be our chance. Our chance. Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court, and that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Court is now back in session. Please testify to the court about everything you saw on the night of December 24th. Right. Leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about being our big break. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I have found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard the single gunshot, I went home. Huh. That was unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, I've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Night of the murder. Let's save. The night I was out in a boat on the lake. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There are so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By the time everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on the boat at such a late hour? Looking for something. Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. Okay, relax. Around what time was that? Let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was about 12, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of the case! Huh? So after I heard the single gunshot, I went home. So you just heard a gunshot and went home. And you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working out the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Uh... There's the evidence clear. Oops, I think I used that in the wrong spot. Okay. Maybe use this here? There we go. I know I was supposed to use that. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang. You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lottahart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure? Well, to tell the truth, I'm not sure. Eh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. With my headphones. What? Order, order. And stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion. Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts, please give us your testimony, and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wonder if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Why doesn't he just tell the truth the first time? These cases would go by so much quicker. Okay. I was listening to all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like, but I'm sure I heard the gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. You were listening to your radio at high volume? Yeah, what's the big deal? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough. It is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine your witness, Your Honor. But very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Oh, man. We have the most annoying witnesses. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. So you turned on the radio. Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know. You don't know what it's like out here alone on Christmas Eve. Alone. I should have said anything. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you're listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to radio. That's all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set tuned that night? Okay, but I'm sure I heard the gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio said do for us? Indeed, Mr. Von Kama has a point. I'll allow the question only to see for some reason we should care. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court what the radio announcer said when you heard the gunshot. That means... Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma's right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. That's the most ludicrous thing. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. Gotta press it. Yep, it's got to be that one. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Huh. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry's right? Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Is it this? Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? Huh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown on this photo. It is why the photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ah, correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. This is why the photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard the gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would have seemed that that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Mr. Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she is mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is, in fact, the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises, yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man, clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the correct evidence if you have any. Oh, man. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. Okay. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order, order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah. What's wrong, Nick? I have it. I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the still samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in the case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe. We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tis, tis, tis. So, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer other than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on the lake. That was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on the boat that night. Why is there three? There was a gunshot fired on the boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been... I know I've been saying it, but whatever. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The time step on the photo says 1500. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot. Wait, what? 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the men on the boat are. Well, Edgeworth and the murderer? Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. That would make sense. What? Are you serious? Yes. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? But, again, you waste my time? I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, Where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on the lake, in the boat, searching for something. He found it and returned the boat. Then, just as he started to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if you had just returned a boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night at Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really, but I think it's starting. I'll take it slow, I just might be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. That was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got into the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Of course it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, but missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes. Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire Wright. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot will look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires it again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking for the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw the attention to the boat. Huh. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. I kind of feel like everybody else right now. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we're waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said, yes? Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I can't say what it is. Huh? Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't in the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. You cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karmer, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is the boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Yeah. Good job, guys. Good job. Yay, Nick! You did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. What about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karman didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure. Once I sifted through his unique testimony, still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right? There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth, no. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is it about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed. A memory of a murder. Of course it would be to be continued there, of course. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a murder that I committed. Yes, yes, I remember that. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he never takes someone's life, never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What did you think of my performance today? I had an eye in the aisles. Huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes. I do remember feeling faint. Right on, tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on. I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah. Bow before your hero. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Huh? Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today and that's final. Okay, it's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Oh, I see. Anyways, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget it though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with the coke, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it? Yeah. Kids in the class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we had a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty. He did it. Guilty. It was you. Thief, give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one wants to play with you. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not gonna play with you anymore. Yeah, and no borrowing my eraser. He shouldn't be allowed to relay race or something. Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you. Hey, did you rob that bank the other day? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I know I didn't. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. Miles. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. This is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah. He did it. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everyone ganging up on picking on one person. Just think of how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I just... Oh, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I've done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? Anyways, Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when we heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about him. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure what the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edward's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know. Not at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he'd become. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean that's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth, and I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick! So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believe in you. Except I don't remember saying I do it for free. Nick. Nick. We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. First, there's that rental boat shopkeeper. We need to find out who or what he is. I'll settle for who. Okay, let's go. Let's see what we got going on here. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, all right. Yeah, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it's probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple, to a fault even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edward. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyways? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes. The man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. That day, 15 years ago. The 3 of us were trapped in an elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered Oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in the court. He claimed young Yogi had not been of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was relieved due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's with your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister. What's to you, Nick? He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he's had taken done, none were left unsolved. And one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Kammer does is his job to find the suspect guilty perfectly, in any case. It's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. No time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I admit. Okay. Let's present some of this stuff to him and see if we can get a reaction here. It was that case that changed my life, and tomorrow, on December 28th, is the statute of limitation runs out. But even if the case finally closed on paper, it would never be erased from my memory. Never. Poor Edgeworth. Let me show you a picture of your dad. Nick! No! That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that. You're right. What is it? Nothing. Huh? Boo. Well, since we can't do nothing else, let's go talk to the detective. Actually, let's see if there's anything we can do here. He's out again. When does he work anyway? Now. Okay. Nothing there. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Alright, I guess this thing is go back to the park. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one more thing. Eh. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? I thought it was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. So no one can go in there for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Huh? The still eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. Guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. Eh? Ah, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg. There's no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edwards' trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Ho, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. Huh? If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyways? Who knows? Nobody's home. Hello. Hello. Quack. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello. Hello. Squawk. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello? Yeah, I'm not reading that again. Okay. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyways. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn on his heater on. Guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. Ah! What's wrong? Huh? Never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. Say, Nick, how don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of the fish they catch, right? Right, but don't all the fish on the wall here look like really puny to you? Well, you know what they say. You shouldn't have seen the one that got away. Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker. And we did see him. Yeah. Guess two. How do we get to that one, guys? Do I have to go here first? Is there anything else we're supposed to show him? Larry, you really helped us out today, and the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious, but Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, but from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Is there something I missed in here? Doesn't look like he's used the kitchen much. You're right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What, you thought he was telling the truth? That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Squawk, let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aw, but hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. Okay, go right ahead. The only thing in there is a letter. A letter? Boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edward's name be on here? How would I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Thanks, Nick. I don't know, but it looks like there are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean, get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing for certain. This letter is amazing. It's an amazing clue. I wonder why the caretaker took that letter, didn't take that. He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he came back here after the trial. Alright, now we can get out of this dump. Okay. Edgeworth. See this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me. Who is that old guy anyways? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man, not at all. So he was following this letter then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. So why would that ruin his life? The defense attorney. And the boy. So the defense attorney got him off. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Okay. And Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. earthquake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said, quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed in court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh? But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right? Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? If they show this scene one more time, just tell us what it is. I think the time has come to tell all. Alright, well, let's do it. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing. In the dark. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet, you're not making things easier. I want to get out. Get us out. Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, Father. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol laying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court, or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that was rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are you going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe? There is, Nick. There is someone who knows about the DL6 incident. Oh, would you relax? You're so dramatic. Mr. Grossberg. Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, hmm? It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream, only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm? Well, also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edwards, so deep he'd want to frame him for a murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real, as you imagined. Miles Edward threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. Yeah, something tells me it's not that simple. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without a peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his method. And he lost, and died in despair, as it were. I see. Ah. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yanni Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. but a possibility nonetheless. He was a gifted man. Oh ho! So this is the letter. Does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? His own sake? He never trusted his clients. That one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. You'll understand soon enough. Wait, what is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Could it be Milford Van Karma? Von Karma. Why would he have something to do with this? Oh, well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on the court reports. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred Von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? If it truly was Von Karma who wrote the letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press to the point until the court finds Miles guilty. Oh, oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. And I don't know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edward's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusations stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma had ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. Must have been a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yeah, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? Doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up the DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to the DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accident murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just can't. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocent. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. My father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might have something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Can we talk to Edgeworth anymore? There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for that old guy Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be back today. He'll stayed out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. If we could check out the records room again. Well now, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyways. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived actually. Nick! Let's hurry! Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Here are the files collected in case reports. There's quite a large volume of reports here. Wow. These are all case reports? Yeah. It's like a graveyard of police cases. I guess my sister's case report's in here too, quietly gathering dust. This cabinet is where they keep evidence for current. Some of the things are obvious weapons questions. Nick, what do you think this clothespin? No, I'm not. Okay. of the drawers is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases evidence. Unsolved cases, Nick. The file for the DL6 in it, it's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Eek! Von Karma. You. How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? Ahem, I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. Mr. Edward is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed the veneer of amateurism. Just like his father. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record, huh? So, you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of the trial. It's been a while since I had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit to his own guilt. He's guilty of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. What I'm not going to do is present the letter. That's what I'm not going to do. Okay, well, we're just gonna leave now. Oh man. Gonna have to do it, guys. I don't want to do it, but why we would do this really doesn't make any sense to me. Fool, you think Edinburgh would give you a defense attorney information? Creep. Alright, now what about this? Alright, let's do it. Mr. Von Horn, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. this letter? Yes, my dear Attention. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 6,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Give me the letter. No! No! Whoa, what are you? Nick, run! Ah! Mia, out of my way. He got us. The letter's gone, of course, and he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya. Maya, open your eyes. Maya. The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh yeah, are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good. A lawyer, medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I had woken up at all. Maya. Maya. She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident evidence number 7 taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Sorry, I don't feel like reading all that. Alright, are we ready for this trial now? Alright, I'm ready to be done with this. This case has gone on for way too long. Way too long. This is it. Judgment Day. Today's things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Whoa. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyway, Today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry. I'm so sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right. Good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pal. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after the shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he get revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm gonna prove it. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. I'd like to ask the prosecution some decisive evidence. Oh, I don't think that's it. I'm sorry, I'm kind of tired right now. Understood. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's effort, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring in the witness into the court. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost his memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Why I left court. Why I don't care. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anymore, and I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi, you're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Oh, this is going to be hard. I'm really sorry I just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I don't think any of this is relevant. I went to buy some food for Polly, you see? Food. Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmet, you see? She only eats those high-end quality brand bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, kind of got lost, you see. Ugh, what was that face? The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see, so you lost. Okay, please. Alright. I figured I got nothing to do with this case. Anywho. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep. Seems like it. Then how would you know that you didn't have anything to do with the incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old progress head? This isn't possible. I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well. Yeah, I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This one has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. You can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness' memory of the past and the lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Yes, it does. Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of those statements are lies. Order, order. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying? Are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Lockhart. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. Yanni Yogi, of course. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi. From the DL6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It's a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tis, 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 tis. Oh my gosh. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law. As you may recall, you need proof. Allow me to repeat one more. That the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove? How are you going to prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file of Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Tis, tis, tis. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. What? The witness has no fingerprints. What? No fingerprints. You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep. What? Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we'll not be able to prove his identity. No. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? Seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know it's what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Miss Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, huh? Yeah, very funny, sore winner von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot. What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. von Karma up? Oh, my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness' pet parrot. Order. Order. Oh, well, what do you think, Mr. von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Mr. von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Huh. Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yeah, I'm doing it. Let's talk to the bird. Let the parrot take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name? The witness is ignoring me. Ahem, very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Hello. Hello. Hawk. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Alright, who is your owner? Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Why you talk to her, right? What do I say?